Okay then, how are you all, however many all of you might be. This is what I'm going to entitle... God, stop that! I did that once last week, I'll have to stop doing that. I don't know what that's all about. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm going to title this, I think, Man United, Everton, Football, and Me. That's if I remember to write that in the title in a moment. Man United because that's who I support. Everton because I've been writing some things about Everton this last couple of weeks. Football because we're all pre-programmed to say the right thing and support the right team and whatever else. And Me because I think I'm probably different than most, and many wouldn't understand where I come from and probably agree with where I come from. But the reason I'm doing this short one is, and I hope it gets seen, is it's prompted by a reply I got from somebody, I think it was last night or very early this morning, which I read today and replied to. I said as comments came in, I wouldn't reply to them per se. I wouldn't sort of message back. But if there was any comments on there that I thought were relevant, that were worth speaking about, I'd speak about them the following day or over the following sort of 48 hours. And I've had two comments this last week or so that I've really... It's inspired the word, I don't know. Please me anyway, please me. Touch me. One came from an Everton fan that I'm going to talk about now, and one came from a lady last week. I did that piece about the gentleman that's been killed in London, and how the person who's done it is getting out of jail very, very soon and very, very early. And somehow the lady's seen the piece that did, the sister of the person that got murdered, and thanked me, which I was amazed about. I mean, I'd only had 6 people seen at the time. I'd have not tried to get hold of her to let her know I'd put a piece out there. I wouldn't. That's not the way I would do things. But the Everton guy last night, he calls himself Pleasantville. Nice to meet you, Pleasantville. I've replied to him, and I've replied to him because I just loved his reply, and what I've seen within his reply is one of the reasons that I am like I am about football and why I think I'm different than most. If any of you have been on here and watched others of my videos, blogs, whatever the hell they're called, I don't know. I keep saying it's a new channel, which it is. I'm a technical, which I am. There's not many people watching it. If you look at intro 1, it will tell you why there's not many. And now it's weird, I'm falling into the trap that others fall into when they keep asking for subscribers and for this and for that. And I just thought, because I've got something to say, and because a lot of it's relevant, and I believe it is, we all think we're right, but I really believe a lot of what I'm saying is relevant, especially to the age group of probably 50 and above, that aren't happy with the way the country is going at this moment in time, and that I've got gripes within the country. I feel like I've took it upon myself to be a voice for many others, for women especially, but also for those above 50 who feel the same as me with lots of things and are afraid to say it, and I feel like I'm a bit of a voice for them. It's a shame nobody realises that. It's a shame that nobody's seen me with these postings I've done, because people just tend to look at something that concerns them, be it a Manchester United player, because I comment on United a lot because I'm a United fan, maybe something to do with Everton. If you're a Liverpool fan, you might have watched the Bill Shankly thing I did. But I'm somebody that loves football. I love sport. I love fans. I love fans from many, many clubs. I love certain teams. There's only Man United that I really, really, really love. I don't have a second team in any of that rubbish. I mean, I know people who've got a second team, and I don't get that at all. But there are teams I like more than others. And there's fans that I like more than others. And fans that, if I said feel sorry for, that'd be the wrong way of putting it. That's wrong. Fans maybe that I think deserve more. I mean, all fans love the clubs. All fans are passionate about the clubs. But this gentleman wrote to me this morning, put a comment in there. And as I say, I loved it because I'm not getting many comments. But then again, I'm not getting a lot of views. But I thought I'd be inundated with comments to all the videos. So I thought, I've not got the time to read through them all. I've not got the time to reply to them all. As I've said in the intro video, I'm basically lazy. But if something comes that's really important, I do reply to it, and this one was today. And he was telling me what it is to be an Everton fan and what he's been through. I'm guessing he's the same kind of age group as myself, because he remembers Everton winning things. It's a long time ago. And he actually says, read it if you get the chance. If anyone's watching this now, read it because I think it's great. He actually says how being an Everton fan can be hard and whatever else, but that he supported him all his life and always will do. And if he dies tomorrow or whenever, he'll know he supported him as best he can. And what got me was the genuineness and honesty within the comments. But the underlying pain he's gone through this year and probably from past years because they're underachieving and they're being run wrongly, they've got the wrong players, they get the wrong managers. Probably everything I put about Everton 2 weeks ago when I said I thought they would go down, he would probably agree with. He's probably only seen the more recent one when I said after the Brighton win that I think they would stay up, and I do. And I think I said in there, I think there's a chance that even if they don't get another point, and I think they will now get another point or two, I still think they may stay up because I think the ones behind them may blank between now and the end of the year for all the fighting for their lives. But I read it and it was weird because I mentioned in the post that I did that he'd commented on about my son-in-law and my grandson being fans of the club. And that piece that you wrote at Pleasantville, it could have been my son-in-law talking. He says virtually everything you say in there. He's not seen him win the things you've seen him win. He isn't as old as you. But he says virtually the same things. The pain he goes through is the same. The only difference between you and him, he said it twice in the last 2 years, halfway through a season. I'm fed up with Everton. I'm just fed up. I'm fed up with football. I'm not following it anymore. I'm not interested. I'm just fed up. I've had enough. We're going to go down. We're going to this. We're going to do that. But although he says those things, and I'm assuming looking at your stuff, you wouldn't say that kind of stuff. He doesn't mean it. He never leaves his phone alone. He's on Everton websites, Everton News Now, non-stop. The following week, I'll say to my daughter, I guess he's not watched them today. They've been on. She said, oh yeah, he won't leave the screen. I said, he told me last week he's given up on it. He never stops watching them. When they're at the ground and they're protesting as they was the other day as the buses came in, he's there with his grandson on his head. The grandson's waving a little flag there. Grandson's only 7, so he's at all the protests. And I mean, he's got a passion for Everton like I can't tell you. Yeah, he grows up in a family that all supports Liverpool. A lot of the people in other family members from the wider family support Liverpool. He's one of the very few that supports Everton. He's never supported anybody but Everton. He loves them with a passion, with an absolute passion. But everything you put in your comment, it could have been him. They're all the same kind of things that he says. And that is why I've got some kind of empathy with Everton fans. That is why I do want you to stay up. That is why I do hope you stay up. And because of people like you, I think they probably will stay up. They've got that passion and drive, the supporters, and I think when the going gets really, really, really tough, I think it transpires into the team. And transpires is the wrong word, I just can't think of the right word. I've meandered a bit here, and I'm sorry, but that's me. But what I was going to say, the Man United, Everton, football and me bit, if you look at my Man United stuff, and you probably won't because you don't like Man United, although I'd be different than you. If I like someone on YouTube, I'm not saying you like me, I'd want to see everything. I want lots of views. I knock loads to do with Man United. I knock loads and loads of players. I mean, the big two I'm knocking is Wan-Bissaka and Martial, or Iggy as I call him. A lot of falling in love with Wan-Bissaka again at the moment. God only knows why, because his liability. We've got a few others. But I praise the ones that want praising, and I praise and pray. I mean, like, I love Casemiro, I love Ten Hag, I love Bruno. Unfortunately, he loves the colour green because he's always on the floor, but if he could stay up for 90 minutes, I love him. I think he's great. So I knock, but that's the honest side of me. But what I also do is I praise others that I like, or others that I find inspiring, or others that are good at the job. Done a piece on Martin O'Neill. I think he's very underrated and could have done a lot for a massive team and never got a chance. I've done a piece on Shankly. It's a bit embarrassing really, because I think I got a bit upset within it, and I feel a bit embarrassed about myself, but I'm just true and honest, so rather than re-record it, it's left there. I mean, United fans hate Liverpool. They hate us. I grew up hating Liverpool, but I can take my hat off to when somebody's good there. I might not like to do it. I might do it through gritted teeth, but I can do it. And that's a shame. That's where, as I say, we're brought up wrong with football, I believe. We should be passionate about our own team. We should love our own team. But it shouldn't be to the detriment of everybody else. United hate Liverpool. Liverpool hate United. Liverpool may hate Everton. Everton may hate Liverpool. Celtic hate Rangers. I know that there's religion there as well, but again, I don't get that. Rangers hate Celtic, and I just don't get it. As I say, I've hated Liverpool, but not in such a way that I wish all badness on them or tragedy on them in any way, shape or form. I don't want them to win things. I don't want them to beat us, especially 7-0. I don't want any of that. But, you know, I grew up when Liverpool were winning everything and United weren't. I grew up when we were in what was called the second division then, and Liverpool were at the top of the main division. It was horrible. Absolutely horrible. But I've never wavered. I've supported United all my life, and I'll die supporting United like you will die supporting Everton. But I can see the good in other fans, other footballers, other managers, other teams, and I think that's the way it should be. And I know nobody else does, but I do. So that's what you'll always get from me. But if you like these videos, you know, watch them, try to share them, try to pass them out to others. I'd love people to hear me. I'd love people, you know, look at some of the things. Look at it, Pleasantville. If you've got a partner there, look at some of the things to do with gender. They're the big things now that everyone's having a pop about, and you can't say this and you can't say that, and you've got to do this and you've got to do that. I won't be told what to do by anything or anybody, be it about football or be it about life in general. If anyone gets a chance, if anyone sees this video, go from this one to the JK Rowling one. Watch that more than anything else, and then watch BBC Sackings Part 1. Watch them two videos, because those two videos and probably the Simon Jordan video, the message to Simon Jordan, they're probably the three I'm most proud about. So watch them and tell me what you think. And as I say, I always said I'd never push this into this. There's not many of you watching anyway. Might only be 5 or 6 that see this. But subscribe and press for notifications or whatever you do. And if you like something that comes up, watch it. If you don't watch it. If your wife might like it or your partner, let them watch it. And don't watch it. And anyone that might like what they see, just share it and get people watching me, because I feel I want to say what I think, and it's not always going to be right. It's certainly not always going to be PC, but I want to say some of the things that I think some people of my age group in this country are feeling at the moment and too afraid to say, because the PC brigade are on top of us all the time, and I don't like that. I really don't. Anyway, this has rambled, and I'm really sorry for that. I'm not going to re-record it. I'm going to leave it as it is. Some people won't have got to the end. They'll have been bored to tears. I was going to say I was bored doing it. I wasn't. I've just rambled. So please, I apologise. But if you've watched it to the end, thanks for watching it. If you agree with what I'm saying, let me know. If you don't, again, let me know. Thumbs up or thumbs down or comment. I mean, it was great to see that comment of yours, Pleasantville. It really, really was. It was much appreciated. As I say, it could have been my son-in-law Dan doing that. I mean, virtually word for word, it's the kind of things he would have wrote. Absolutely the kind of things he would have wrote. So, thank you very much, mate. Appreciate it.